tell us, if we're going to edit it down to a little tidbit at the beginning of the show, what would your advice be?
Choose your friends wisely. Choose your girlfriends wisely. And make sure that if you're going to buy a sofa, that it really, really is love.
It's alive! Let's show this prehistoric bitch how we do things downtown.
So welcome to Empire of Geek, the Christmas special, and on the show this week I've got two of the, I decided to get two of the favourites. Florian and Rob couldn't make it, so we've got Andy and Paul instead. How have you been, Andy?
Yeah, not too bad, thanks.
We've just been having a long chat, but I don't know if I'll cut a lot of it out, about relationships in 2015. Because this show is very much about summing up the year.
It's reflecting.
On a film and sci-fi front and geek front, it's been a great year. We're also going to bring back some of Dash's, that's my dog's, most successfully stinky smells of the year.
Can you not change his dog food with the biscuits you give him?
Oh.
His dog food doesn't smell like that.
Dog farts.
Yeah, dogs just smell when they
It
fart.
smells like a human fart.
Do you eat dog food? So we're going to be looking back on the year that's just gone. We're going to hear from some of the high points and the heartaches.
Very heartaches.
And you two chaps, you've suffered your fair share of heartaches this year.
Oh
haven't you?
God, it's been
We're like the walking wounded.
So we've just been talking about it. We're just talking about some of Andy's recent history with ladies, some of who I've played a key part in ruining the relationships. And then we're also talking about how Paul's current situation, that you are a manslag now, aren't you?
Not a manslag.
Trawling the night
No, I'm not.
with his friend who's got weak ligaments, looking for a bit of action.
If you mean we're two fancy-free young men trying to live
Just
the golden
learning about
years
our bodies and each other.
living the golden years before it's too late. If you mean we're going out and having fun, we're going out and having fun, but I've got no expectations.
Do you ever stand there going, Andy, are you having fun? Yes, Paul, I am.
But how do we make this work? What's the magic we need?
Oh.
No, nothing wrong with that. Two young shavers in town chatting up the ladies and trying it on with the fillies.
Yeah. Although I have to say, it was very, very. I went out Friday and Saturday in Lincoln, and it was too busy. It was heaving. A lot of people, I would say, the ones that just come out at Christmas time, not the regulars, and I think they kind of ruined it a little bit.
That's my problem with New Year's Eve. You go to your regular pub and you never get a fucking seat, and there'll be you'll see someone sat there, some pig-faced woman and an equally pig-faced husband who've never been in that pub, and you go in maybe every once a week or once every 2 weeks. You know the people in there, and they have taken your seat where you like to sit, and they're looking up to you with their kind of greasy faces.
Yeah.
Almost happy.
Scoffing.
And they might have like 18 jumpers that they have placed along the seating for their bastard family members to come in. I hate that.
Yeah.
Can I have this chair? No one's using it. I'll save that. It's like, but you've saved every other chair in the place.
They're almost scoffing and grinning at you with their yellowed teeth, aren't they?
Yeah, you llama-toothed twats.
A little bit of drool coming out the corner. Horrid people.
So yeah, it always lets me down a little bit New Year's Eve. But we're going off the point a little bit.
Well, I would say that it was the antithesis of that in town. A lot of very well dressed people. There seems to be an awful lot of people wearing jackets and polo necked jumpers these days in town. The sort of L'Oreal type wannabes,
A lot of suits.
Yeah, a lot of suits. Apparently, wearing a suit for a woman is like lingerie is for a man.
This is what he kept saying last night.
I don't know if it's true or not.
There you go, ladies and gents. There's something for you.
Next time I go in town, no, I've got to tell you, I don't like some of the people in town that I see. I just find them.
Can I just clear something up? So this is wearing a suit is exactly the same for a man as a woman wearing lingerie. So would you wear a full suit underneath your clothes? Because surely that'd get quite hard, wouldn't it?
I think it looks smart, but I think it's a bit contrived, to be honest. It's contrived and contrived.
Well, I will wear a jacket when I used to go out. Not that I go out anymore because it's shit and it's dark and cold outside. But I would often go with rock a jacket. Smart casual.
I don't know, Andy, if you agree with me or not, but there seems to be a funny vibe in town. About 2 or 3 weeks ago, it seems to be a little bit better, but there's a funny vibe in town over the weekend just gone. I got
A funny vibe.
yeah, just an odd
Can you
atmosphere.
pinpoint it any
Yeah,
more than that?
people were just being really arrogant and pompous last night. No one wanted to talk to one another. Usually, you get a lot of people just having a chat, and having an natter at the bar and stuff like that. I didn't really feel that last night.
Well, there we go, ladies
Not
and
really.
gents. There's Paul's update on the situation in
Well,
Lincoln's
you
night.
nearly got a free drink last night, but then you wandered off, didn't you?
Yeah, what a bastard.
I did.
A woman was going to go and buy Paul the drink, but because she was Asian,
That's not
he
true.
told her to go and get it, and then he walked away and left
That's
her.
not true.
What a shit. And didn't you
That's
say
not
that one's for you bitch?
Stephen.
You can't say that.
I just said it. It's probably going to get edited, though. There'll be a big beep in there for that one.
Yeah, that has to be the mother of all beeps. Yeah.
So, just to make clear, Andy, it's been 2015 been a good year for you, personally.
Well, if I say no, I sound like a freaking manic depressive.
I know, but it's funny.
If I say yes, then I'm lying.
There we go. There's your answer.
You've got to tell the truth.
Paul, has 2015 been a good year for you?
It's been a really. I'm going to be honest. I'm upbeat. I'm positive about the future,
Yeah,
but
you've gotta
it has been a tough one. It's been a tough one. The last 6 months have been a toughie. Yeah.
Let me just go to Lisa. Lisa, has 2015 been a good year for you?
It's been the best.
It's been the best year ever.
We got a baby boy out.
We
of
brought
it.
our son into the world. We got your mum and dad's sofa.
Yeah, a free sofa and a new kitchen.
And the new kitchen's being done, so...
See, Andy, it's all going well now, but when the
Which
divorce
sort of
comes
order
along,
would you rank those then?
kitchen, sofa,
I would go sofa first. I would.
and then baby.
Can't beat second-hand sofas.
I'll give it 2 or 3 years when things start going downhill, and Lisa tries to fleece him for everything he's got.
It won't happen.
Happy days.
You'll understand.
I'm a keeper, that's what you got to understand.
Is it?
Yeah. I just think, well, I don't know, I can't comment on your situation, but I think you need to be a bit more adventurous, Paul.
More adventurous.
A bit more adventurous. That's
Adventurous
what
in
your
the-
ex-wife, whenever I've messaged her over and texted her, she says, I wish Paul had been a bit more adventurous. You would never put it in my duty hole. That's all she would ever say.
Yeah, but I just want to make something clear. My wife doesn't come from Pakistan.
She could have
Spanish.
done if you played it right with Palmy.
Yeah, she came from India.
Hey, Steve!
She came from the Punjab.
And you... I'm not even going to make my joke. Right up the Punjab. Anyway, let's get on with the show then, shall we? Yeah, 2015's been a good year. I hope 2016 continues to be a good year.
I hope 2016 is a much, much, much better year than 2015.
You just want to get your end away, though, don't you?
That's not true. I
You're not
want
the
to
same
find
man.
love.
I'd
I
love to
told you.
take... Oh, you're so gay. All this year. It's going to find the one. It's like, what a load of bollocks. Anyway, we're going to start the show a little bit differently. We're going to start off, because normally we do Comic of the Week as one of the last things in the show. But I thought, why are we hiding that at the end of the show when this now is... I think this is probably one of the important bits of the show, talking about cool webcomics and comics, which the listeners may want to go and look at. And this week, I've chosen a comic called Piece of Me Comic. You can find it at www.pomcomic.com. It's by a chap called Lucas Drexel, which is a fucking Ace Bond villain name, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
And it's a semi-autobiographical comic, and it's about his life, and it's been going for a while now. If you go and look at the art, we can see the changes and developments in his own style, and he throws in there some fanciful kind of stuff as well. Hitler appears quite a lot in it. I like this because I like diary type comics. I started one myself. It lasted about 3 weeks because it's so hard to come up with interesting stuff that you've done, and this is perfect. Because if you haven't done anything interesting, make some shit up that you were thinking about. Now, we had a quick look at it before the show. Paul, what did you think to it?
Well, I didn't really get very much chance to read the story, but I mean, visually it looked quite interesting. Yeah, I like the idea of it being something short and sharp and easy just to get into. It's got one big frame, hasn't it, and then some small ones down the side there.
Yeah.
But visually, I like the style. Yeah.
As it started off, it was just like one-offs, and then now, as it's gone on, he gets shorter stories that he does over a number of days.
I was trying to get my head around the idea. I like the idea of just taking, characters from history and plonking it into whatever reality he decides it's going to be. Be it really, what's happened during the daytime to him, or else just mixing it up into some other fantasy world. I like that idea.
I think it's a cool idea, and it's something that I like the idea of doing. The idea that, because like I said, I started a diary comic. I did a few bits of it. It was good. Made fun of Andy quite a lot in it, about Andy's inability to drink like a normal human being.
Yeah,
You didn't drink anything last night, did you, Andy?
Sorry?
He had a glass of water, I think that was it.
Yeah.
Did you watch him drink it though?
It was a cheap night out.
Did I watch you drink it? No, I didn't watch it. In fact, I gave it to him, and within seconds of turning around, it had gone. So it was drank quite quickly.
I just nicked it.
Yeah.
Just like that.
Was it a bottle or a...
No, it was just
You
a
know me,
glass of tap
bit of
water.
a lad with my water.
Because have you ever watch Andy next time you're out drinking with him?
Oh, no, I don't.
He has some proper problems with how he drinks.
Has he got a drinking problem? Does he keep throwing it in his face?
He does this thing. If it's
Got
out
a
of
broken
a
heart.
a bottle,
That's why.
he drinks. He does thing where he drinks only in one side of his mouth,
Uh-huh.
and he forms his lips into like a circle, and he's like, and it's the bottom lip mainly. The top lip don't move much. So imagine your bottom lip moving out.
I was
and then-
messing around when I did
and then
that.
pour it in. And if he's drinking out of a pint, he looks a little bit like someone trying to perform fellatio on a tortoise.
So he looks a little bit like an extreme version of a combination of Elvis Presley and Popeye.
Elvis Presley with a stroke, crossed with Popeye, trying to drink.
Yeah. Does he go egg a lot?
They're just going to sit there, and if you look at him, what does he? He'll refuse to drink when you're watching him. But it's
That's true. I've never seen that. I've not been watching though.
watch it. Start watching.
It's not true.
It is true. Everyone start watching him.
I will say one thing actually. I was the only one last night who really made a proper effort to dance. I was a trier.
So comic of the week.
You're like,
Yeah.
you
You weren't. Neither was James. Just
Well,
me.
maybe we just don't
I'm a
feel
trier.
the beats.
You know, this is called Empire of Geek,
Yeah.
not Empire of what Paul did at the nightclub.
I'm just saying.
Paul's not been on for a while, ladies and gents, so you won't be aware that he's in the middle of his midlife crisis at the moment. But
Not quite there. I haven't bought Porsche yet.
he's just
I'm thinking
just
about it,
past
though.
the beginning of it. It's going nicely, isn't it? I think you're going to buy a boat.
It's not going well.
It'll be outside your house in Little Baru for ages.
Now what's going to happen is I'm going to sell the house and I'm just going to bugger off into the ether, into the wilderness. I'm going to go and travel South America. I'll probably do North America again, but do it properly, my way. I mean, drive around in a Cadillac.
Looking
I
to
might
Empire
do
of Paul.
Southeast Asia.
Anyway, yeah, comic of the week. So, yeah, I really liked it, and it's the kind of thing I would like to do.
Beans.
I like the whole fantastical
Dog house.
tangent from what's really going on in your life. So, ladies and gents, that's a comic of the week. It's again pomcomic.com. Lucas Draxel, check it out. It's really good. Piece of me comic. I liked it, and watch, if you read it all from the beginning, watch how his art style improves as it goes along. Because by the end of it, it looks really polished. It's not bad at the beginning, but by the end, you can really watch the improvement of him as an artist as he goes through it. Next thing I want to talk about is Star Trek Beyond. A trailer was released recently. In fact, they showed it because I went to watch Star Wars with my fair lady over there, and they showed the trailer for it before Star Wars. And a lot of fans on the internet have come out as being quite worried about this. They're worried because J.J. Abrams, who has just directed the new Star Wars Force Awakens, he was the guy behind the reboot of Star Trek. He's now left it to do Star Wars, and you've got now Justin Lin, who's the director of things like the Fast and the Furious franchise. He kind of made that into a franchise. And some people are worried from looking at the trailer that it's less of a Star Trek film and more of a sci-fi Fast and the Furious. You don't agree though, do you, James E?
I can't see what the fuss is all about, to be honest with you. It's a trailer, in many respects, like all the other Star Trek trailers that I've seen. I would say that maybe the music over the top of it is different. It's not quite as filmic. I know it was like a normal track, wasn't
Beastie
it?
Boys.
The Beastie Boys. So it wasn't quite as filmic as the kind of orchestral sort of music that I've seen on the other Star Trek, trailers. But apart from that, it actually looked really exciting. It looked to me. I mean, it's very difficult to gauge anything in a trailer that's only like a minute and a half long anyway. But I'm excited about watching it. I want to watch it.
Well, Simon Pegg, who's taken on some of the writing duties because one of the main writers left it, he has said not to judge it just by this trailer. And like he said, he's at once what you said, they've had to choose points from it. The whole thing about the Beastie Boys' background music, I'm cool with, because intertextually links back. Did you like that?
I did.
Links back to the Star Trek, the first reboot film that they did. Because a young James T. Kirk is seen driving his stepdad's stolen sports car, and that's the song that's playing. So it links in there.
Yeah.
The issue I have is the fact that I don't think you should see Captain Kirk riding a trial bike and jumping in a Star Trek film on an alien planet.
Yeah.
It's bollocks. How would they get an old style bike there? Literally, you don't really see what he's jumping, but I would hazard to say it's the shark.
Maybe bike technology.
Witty.
Thank you very much, everybody.
Maybe bike technology doesn't come on all that much in 500 years.
I just think they could have done it with like some kind of in the first one, the reboot.
Yeah.
They had that policeman on that flying bike, the hover bike.
That's true.
Why the fuck would they have a hover bike?
We'll have to watch the movie and find
I
out.
don't want to see stunts. I don't want it to be
No.
Fast and the Furious.
It should be more focused on the storyline. I mean, the action sequences in both the Star Trek movies, which are really, really cool. I'm thinking about that scene in the previous one. Did it have? Was it? It was Benedict Cumberbatch, wasn't it? In the previous one, wasn't it?
And he had Bumbercatch. Yeah,
but I mean, there's the fight sequences in that were really, really cool. You expect to see it. I don't think that. And what I was watching in that trailer, I expect to see more of the same sort of things. To be honest, it looks fine.
It looks like the Enterprise gets destroyed, doesn't it? I always feel a bit sad when they kill off the Enterprise.
Yeah, it's happened a few times now, hasn't it?
Yeah.
Is it Rathacon?
It gets destroyed in the.
It was in.
It gets smashed up in Rathacon, which is the second Star Trek film. The third one, Search for Spock. It crash lands on a planet.
Yeah, the disc does, doesn't it?
Yeah, because that's the end of the. Well, it's in the film. I can't remember. Because the Star Trek Enterprise is NCC 1701.
Yeah. Was
it NCC 1701A in the first film?
I don't know.
I can't remember. I know that in Next Generation it's NCC 1701D, and then they see the NCC 1701E. Huh. Let's not continue this line of conversation.
Well, is Empire Geek? These caveats are really important. Yeah.
I do remember actually being in a quiz once, and one of the questions was, "What was the registration number of the Starship Enterprise?" And because I'm a dick, I put my hand and went, "Do you mean the original series or Next Generation?" And they said, "Oh, it doesn't really matter." I was like, "It does matter. They're very different ships. I think you'll find." You wouldn't find a quantum torpedo on the NCC 1701, would you?
This is where everyone
ladies up here all night.
And you hear, oh,
But it's a little bit like, I think it was the same quiz where they said, this was before Doctor Who came back again. They said, how many actors have played Doctor Who? And some bloke at another table went, do you include the film versions, which Peter Cushing as well? And they went, yes, we'll include that one. So then I went over and said, will you also include Richard Hurndall, who played the first Doctor in the 5 Doctors special, because obviously William Hartnell had died. Are you also going to include the Big Finish audio plays? And what about Scream of the Shalka, which has got Richard D. Grant in it? Do you include him as playing the Doctor? What about Arabella Weir? She also plays a female version of the Doctor in one of these audio dramas. Do you include them?
And how did that go?
They waited a minute and then they went...
Was it really quiet?
They just went, sit down. I don't know. Bastards. Yeah, I think they regretted having the questioning, quite frankly. Well, they did the old one, which if you're ever in a pub quiz, they go, I'm only taking answers that are written here. You're like, well, they're wrong. Yeah, so you're excited for that then? You're excited for the new Star Trek film?
Yes, I am.
What about you, Andy? A man who very rarely goes to the cinema.
Oh, I've been going to the cinema loads lately.
Have you seen any of the Star Trek films, the reboots?
No.
Jesus Christ, they're so good. Well, the first one's very good. I enjoyed the second one, and a lot of people slagged it off.
It's awesome. Star Trek.
Well, I enjoyed the second rebooted one. A lot of people criticised it though, said it wasn't as good.
No, I've enjoyed all of them.
But I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
But so the next thing we're going to talk about is the Star Wars: The Force Awakens, released last week. I went to see it with Lisa. Now, Lisa, for some reason, will not watch Star Wars. She started now. I've tried and tried. She says she doesn't get it, and the reason she doesn't get it is because we tried watching A New Hope first of all. For the first 30 minutes, she was on her pissing phone all the way through it, which does my head in. And then she says to me,
"What's going on?
I don't get it. Don't get the storyline."
I just don't like it.
And I almost feared
that
when we went and watched...
I like the new one, but I just don't like the old one. I just can't get... Something that's filmed before I was born, I just can't watch it. I just
the concept.
Oh my god.
There was time
movies,
before
aren't they,
you were born.
I don't want to watch old movies.
What the hell is wrong with me watching Ealing comedies, eh? What is wrong with me?
I don't know. Well, you didn't mind when I made her then watch the end of A New Hope and Empire Strikes Back. Empire Strikes Back is Lawrence Kasdan wrote that one, who also wrote The Force Awakens, ladies and gents. Did you not? Were you not watching Empire Strikes Back with me?
Was that yesterday's?
Yes.
I was wrapping presents, so I think I was in 2.
I knew you weren't taking notice.
You took
Jesus.
some notice.
Right.
Huh.
It was good.
Some of it.
Anyway, me and Lisa went to watch The Force Awakens. She originally didn't want to go with me. I was going to go on my own. You liked it, didn't you, Lisa? What would you say about it?
I would say I was surprised I liked it.
It's a bloody good film.
And Chewbacca's cute.
There we go. That's a woman's perspective on it.
Well, you know what I'm going to say?
There were some giggles.
I always get, obviously I love Star Wars, but I always worry a little bit about how good a new remake of it's going to be. It's very hard to make something which is going to be as good as the other movies,
That's
i.e.
true.
a franchise. So if they've managed to pull that off, I mean, I'm looking forward to seeing this. If they managed to pull
It's
it off,
already a
really good.
franchise, though. Let's be fair. It's
Well,
a
yeah.
huge
It's a pretty
franchise.
big-
Let me tell you some things. Now, I don't want to get spoilery, so I'm not gonna say some of the big things. There are some things that I'm going to probably spoil a little bit by talking about them.
Shall I put my fingers in my ears?
Well, no, because I'm not going to say anything that will ruin it for you.
Right.
Can you take your hands off your genitalia when you do
What's
it?
that?
It looked like he was loosening his ball bag from the side of his thighs.
I was just putting my jeans down, that's all.
I specifically said to Lisa, turn the central heating down so you don't end up with nuts getting welded to the side of thighs, which can happen with chaps with larger scrotums like yourself. So this is what I like about it. When you watch this first one, and from watching the end of A New Hope, there are moments in it which are very, very similar to A New Hope. And while you hear that first one, you think, well, I don't want to watch a remake of it. It isn't a remake at all. Obviously, it's set 30 years after.
Oh, so it is set. It's set in.
Yeah,
30
it's
years
set 30
after.
years after the Battle of Endor, which is what we saw in Return of the Jedi.
Yeah.
The fact that some things, like the thing that they're facing in it, is very similar-ish to the Death Star. And they even mentioned that, and they make a joke out of it. Actually, it's quite cleverly done because there are some moments that are very funny in this film. And that was some of the best stuff from the original kind of Star Wars, particularly in Empire Strikes Back. The relationship between Han and Leia in that was funny. The fact that they both like each other, but they're quite bitchy. There are some genuinely funny moments in this, particularly with BB-8, the new little round droid. Some carry Admiral Akbar's back in it. Nine Num, who was the co-pilot with Lando in Return of the Jedi when they flew the Millennium Falcon. So, and there's other things which, if I don't want to talk too much about, because again it gives it away, there's some very similar things which kind of are almost like a cycle beginning that the story goes on. The first Star Wars, A New Hope, is very much the hero's journey. It's almost like it's ripped out of any book on a hero's journey. Similar-ish to that, but more powerful, more empowered female characters in Rey, the female lead. Some very good moments about that. She's tough on her own terms as well.
That's good.
The villain in it is far more conflicted. Kylo Ren, far more conflicted and far more interesting, I would say, than Darth Vader. In as much as his reason why he's doing what he's doing.
So Darth Vader's in this movie?
No,
No.
he's dead.
I was going to say. I thought he was
But
dead.
he looms very heavily over the main character.
What about the Master?
The Emperor. Well, he seemingly died at the battle at the end of the Battle of Endor.
Yeah.
There is a new
Buddy.
baddie. His name's Snook, something like Lord Snook or something, or Snook or something like that. Sounds like a shit name. They don't say the Sith in this, and I think part of J.J. Abrams, what he wanted to show that the Force is this kind of all kind of encompassing energy, and that kind of religion type things grow around it. And that you don't just have two religions, Sith and Jedi. You have other people who are Force sensitive, and so the villains aren't necessarily Sith. They might end up being, but they don't seem to be in this film.
Well, very much it can be. You can go down the good route, or you can go down the bad route, right?
Well, that's one of the interesting things in it. And again, I don't want to give away the plot thing, but some people looked at this and went, "Oh, Kylo Ren's got a mask. It looks a bit like Darth Vader." Isn't that a bit shit? It does. It's meant to. And when you watch the film, you understand that.
Yeah.
It's Luke only appears right near the end of this one,
Oh, okay.
so he's not really in it.
He's only got a really small cameo role in it.
Yeah, but it sets up so well. This is very much a film about Han Solo, who is cool in it. Don't make noises, Lisa. Now, if anyone has listened to any of the previous episodes of this where we talked about this, I've already given away what happens in it. I was right about what I thought was going to happen. It's just really, really enjoyable. It's funny. It's sad in lots of places. Chewbacca's kick-ass in it as well. The interplay between Han and Chewbacca, I really like it. They do a really good job with that. And
Is it as it was in the old movies?
I just think Han seems a bit more. Is the same guy, a bit more mellower, in some respects, but still kind of roguish. It's a good film. It's a good kind of. I really enjoyed it, and I would say it put to bed a lot of my doubts about it. And there's so many questions that it leaves you with when you watch it as well. So I can't wait for the next one. I would give it top marks. It's a good film.
Cool.
And I'm going to go again with Andy. That's how much I enjoyed it. And
go to Wednesday or Tuesday.
Which day should we go on?
Prefer Tuesday.
Yeah, on Tuesday. Do you want to come, Paul?
I
tell you what, you will love this film. It's such a good film.
I might do actually.
It's the attention to detail as well. When it's just like when you watch the first Star Wars and they go into the Mos Eisley Cantina and you see all the monsters. However, when you watch back the early Star Wars, like I was watching, like I said, Empire Strikes Back, the visuals, which were great at the time, the special effects and all that, John Dykstra, I think, did them. Now when you see them compared to the new stuff, I don't know, like the Millennium Falcon manoeuvres a shitload in this one.
Yeah.
Not quite so much in the old ones, and it's just good. It lives up to the hype.
You've just got so much more dynamic, haven't you, with things like digital technology.
Yes, and the CGI, but they don't really overdo it in this. I hate seeing a character who's completely CGI. You can tell the CGI. I think it works really well for spaceships and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Right, so that was Force Awakens. It's a great film. Definitely go and see it. I've already mentioned some of the people in it. Harrison Ford's in it as Han Solo. Luke Skywalker briefly appears in it. And that's one of the clever things. They've made, since it's 30 years later, the events of the earlier films are almost like a myth to a lot of the characters.
Okay.
So they don't know whether Luke Skywalker is a real person or just a made-up character. One of the new characters who's particularly cool is Poe Dameron, played by Oscar Isaac. Who's from Guatemala originally. He plays this fighter ace who's my favourite new character in it.
Is he in the trailer? Because I think I've seen him in the trailer.
He's got the kind of helmet on. He's flying an X-wing in it.
Yeah.
Andy Serkis in it as Supreme Leader Snoke. Donald Gleason as General Hux, who's good. Very Nazi-ish. The bad guys are not the Empire like you saw them in the previous Star Wars. And Max von Sydow, Wing the Merciless, is in it as well.
Really?
Only for a brief moment, though. So yeah, it's a great film. Go and watch it. Some of the other interesting things about it is there's a scene in it where this stormtrooper gets mind controlled by one of the good characters, and apparently Daniel Craig is the stormtrooper. Never takes his helmet off. They got loads of people in to play little bit parts, and originally it was denied, but it seems that quite likely, he has a speaking role. So when I go back, I'm going to listen to his voice again and see if it was Daniel Craig.
Has Daniel Craig either denied or confirmed it?
He denied it, but then other people said, yeah, it's him. He was asked to do it, and I think he's done it for free. Just wanted to be in Star Wars.
Cool.
I think that's quite cool as well.
Just to be on set.
And there's loads of other things in it. Like Simon Pegg's in it. Simon Pegg, who's in Star Trek, is inside some big kind of latex monster suit. And there's a scene in it as well where Carrie Fisher, who plays Princess Leia, or General Leia in this, her daughter, a real life daughter, plays just a non-speaking role, stood next to her in a scene.
Very cool.
So there's loads of little bits like that.
It kind of reminds me a little bit of watching, a movie by, Jesus, from the 1960s. What's his name?
I don't know.
Psycho. Hitchcock.
Hitchcock, yeah.
Yeah, Hitchcock was always in his movies, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Every single movie he was in. And I like that idea. It kind of started with him, didn't it? He'd have these little tiny bits where he was in the lobby of a hotel or in a window. I just like that idea. It's something to look out. It's something to look out for, isn't it? It's a bit of a catch.
I just think that they've tried to fit as many people in. Like they've got other people from other bits of the expanded universe that are involved. Like Kenny Baker, who used to do R2D2, was in it. He can't do that anymore. But they brought him back as an advisor. So just so he could come on set, and I like that, just to see what they were doing, and he advised them on how R2D2 would do stuff. So fucking hell.
Yeah.
But
it's not really necessary, but
I like it. I think it's made with it's got its heart's in the right place, and it's just good. It makes up for the Phantom Menace. So yeah, it's good. I also like the fact that the big bad guy's super base is called Starkiller Base, which was the original name of Luke Skywalker. What was going to be Starkiller. Right, so Doctor Who Christmas special. You said you've been watching Doctor Who, Paul, lately.
Yep. Well, I haven't watched the new series, but I've been catching up on quite a few of the old ones.
What, the old ones?
No, not the really old ones. No, I would like to go back and watch a few Peter Davison episodes. There's one that I can't get out of my head that I really, really want to watch, and that's when we get lost inside the TARDIS.
Oh yeah, you said.
I was saying it's been years since I saw it, but I'd like to watch that one again. No, I've been watching all of the more recent ones. They're all on Netflix, aren't they?
Because I started off several episodes ago saying that I wasn't very happy with the way it was at the moment, because it was a bit too silly.
Right.
Doctor Who was, but actually the end of the season was really good. The last 3 episodes, really, really enjoyed them, and it finished. The last episode in particular was really good, and then you realise something about his assistant, and it was like, that's clever. And just the portrayal of the Doctor was very, very good. Really, really good. It was probably one of the best ends to Doctor Who for a season since it came back. I could think. I was more excited about it than probably.
Cool.
The exception of the Bad Wolf ones when it first came back, when it's like, So it was very, very good. I enjoyed it, and so because of that, I'm now looking forward to the Christmas special, which is going to be called The Husbands of River Song. This is the official synopsis of it that's been put out. It's Christmas Day 5342. How would you pronounce that? 5343. On the remote human colony of Mendarat Delora, and the Doctor is hiding from Christmas carolers and comedy reindeer antlers. When a crashed spaceship calls upon the Doctor for help, he finds himself recruited into River Song's squad. So River Song, who you saw a lot with Matt Smith, is back. She married the Doctor in it, and so the Doctor is obviously her husband. She's on the run from this king of this Majesty King Hydroflax of the final cluster, who she's also married.
So if he's in, what's he got to do? Go to River Song.
He's with her, and they're trying to escape from her new husband.
Oh, okay. So he won't have to dance like an Irish bloke on stage then.
It's not Riverdance. It's not going to be Michael Flatley.
Yeah,
they might throw that in.
I was
there.
a bit confused, a bit concerned as well.
It's a Jamesy joke, everybody. So we watched the trailer of it, and it features I've forgotten his flaming name now. Oh, Greg Davis, who you'll know from The Inbetweeners.
Oh, Greg Davis.
He plays the head, the teacher of the school.
Because I did when you said that before, I did think you said Craig David for a minute.
Craig, check it out.
Yeah.
No, not Craig David.
I told thee, the proper ball doctor.
So you excited for seeing this, Paul?
Yes.
I love Doctor Who on Christmas. It's so good, isn't it?
Yeah.
Are you excited, Andy?
I'm stoked.
You're a lying git.
I want to say one thing about 2015. This is the year that I got my son into Doctor Who. He is mad on Doctor Who. And when we went to the Comic-Con in Lincoln and he saw the TARDIS there, not that a boy of 6 can cream his pants, but he nearly did.
Do you know what? I nearly said out loud he creamed his pants and thought, but it's a 6-year-old, that'd be so wrong to say that. And didn't say it.
Can we just talk about that?
No, I'm keeping it in. In fact, I'm going to amplify it so you're a little bit louder when you say it.
Can you put an echo on it and slow it down? Creamed his pants.
I will.
Pants. Please don't.
Dirty.
Just get rid of it.
Bastard. I'm keeping it now. People like this raw kind of edge to it.
Yeah, he was very excited anyway.
Yeah, it's just good, isn't it? And I'm starting to really like, because I wanted to like so much the new Doctor, Peter Capaldi, but they didn't give him the episodes for me to do it, and they made him silly. These stupid sonic shades, which is shit.
Do you not like him then?
Well, I wanted to like him. It started off, and I didn't think the scripts and some of the episodes at the start of the season did injustice.
I was going to say, do you not think there's a little bit of a new Doctor coming into the episodes, and he himself as an actor is growing into the role? So he'll have an idea of what he wants to do, but maybe the first few episodes he's still kind of learning who this Doctor's going to be.
Well, I don't think it's anything to do with him. I think it's to do with they've written shit stuff for him. But the whole idea, I mentioned this before on the show, but there's an episode where he's in hiding from somewhere and they find him, and he's in this castle having a party with all these kind of barbarians, and he's on a fucking tank playing the guitar.
What's that about? That sounds very crap, to be honest.
Why would you bring a fucking tank and mess up the whole time stream?
No.
Bollocks, the Doctor wouldn't do that. I didn't like it.
Yeah. He
got rid of his sonic screwdriver and he ended up having the sonic shades that he wore. Shit idea. But you know what the best bit is? At the end of the last episode, when he all kicks off and it all finishes, a new sonic screwdriver gets fired out of the TARDIS and he catches it, and it's like, oh yes!
Yeah.
So let's hope we don't have to see the stupid Sonic shades again. They were wank. Right, the next thing we're going to talk about is also a Stephen Moffat production, the Sherlock Christmas Special.
Looking forward to that. That looked really good.
So this is, instead of being set in the modern days like Sherlock has been, this is set in 1895, and it's a Victorian tale, like old style Sherlock Holmes. Do you think the whole thing will actually be set there, or will there be some explanation of why it's set then?
Well, I hope there isn't. I hope they do actually. I've always enjoyed the new Sherlock episodes, but it has crossed my mind a few occasions, and I don't think I'm the only person who's unique in this thought. I've often thought, what would it be like if it was actually set in the Victorian era, and he played the character as Sherlock Holmes, but in the Victorian era, without all of the modern references, the modern changes. So I'm excited about it actually being set in the Victorian era, just to see how, Mr. Cumberbatch is going to play it. So I'm excited about that.
Yeah, I'm.
Because that crossed my mind. I thought, Victorian era, yes.
He's got a good look for him, hasn't he? But I've always wondered how Benedict Cumberbatch would do in it. But my only concern is this: that I would rather they did all of Sherlock set in Victorian times. I like the modern ones.
Reference, yeah.
No, I like it Sherlock, but I prefer Jeremy Brett's, and I'd like to see. So this will be really interesting to see.
They've done what they've done with a lot of programs, isn't it? They've updated it so that it's relevant for a modern audience.
Well, I think a lot of that is because modern audiences are thought of to be thick shits.
Yeah.
And they have to.
Yeah.
You don't have
to get
to.
their figures. Yeah.
I love a bit of Jeremy Brett. He's one of the great Sherlock Holmes. Him and older Basil Rathbone, who allegedly, and I've said this on the show before, had a massive knob.
How was this known?
How's it known? When he died, they had to cut a hole in the coffin for his todger to poke through and get the lid to shut.
That's not true.
It's true. I've heard the story when they buried him. They only buried him quite shallow because they have an official burial and then they moved somewhere else. They had a game of ring toss.
Stood up like that.
That's not true.
They did. They'd use ring toss on his penis.
That's not true.
It's true. It's completely true. No, but apparently they had a lot of trouble with his penis. Basil Rathbone was hung like a mule.
It's like a new, a new
Listen,
version of putting
if you look this up
on,
on Google, did Basil Rathbone, folks at home, have a huge, todge?
Yeah.
And you will.
Okay.
Yeah.
Check it out.
So, do you know what I did tonight? We went to my parents to, this is on a tangent slightly, but it involves big penises, yeah. I was around having dinner with Lisa at my mum and dad's house, and they went back in the front room to finished, and they have a big patio door. And so I decided to hilariously draw a massive penis, on when it gets all kind of
condensation
on the condensation, and then I wrote under it, what is it? I'm trying to think. Wodja Pissica, the whistling penis. I don't know why. And then just as leaving, I went, go in the kitchen, look at my picture. Dad went, I've seen it already. I said, did you read what it said? The whistling penis. I loved it. Don't know if they did.
We had a conversation about that last night, actually, not about the whistling penis, about the idea of, have you always... What?
Oh, Andy didn't want you to tell this story. You couldn't obviously, because it's a podcast, you couldn't see Andy kicking Paul.
I just said, I wonder whether...
Oh, what's this?
I wonder whether Steve was always like this in front of his parents, and whether his parents we give up. Or whether, there was a period where you went, you got regularly bollocks by your parents for being rude all the time.
No.
And they just gave up on you and said, do what you want.
Again, this is an example of me growing up. My mum would quite often sing a song about a lighthouse, and it smelt like a shite house. I remember singing that song. She likes bawdy musical numbers. Or sea shanties. That's what she's like.
Blaming your parents for indoctrinating you into this way of behaving.
No,
so they plus, yeah.
My mum enjoys crude songs, I think.
So there was a young woman for meaning, etc.
Yeah. The boy stood on the burning deck, his pocket full of crackers. Spark flew up his trouser leg and blew off his hat. So stuff like that. That's what my dad always used to do. I think it was bawdy stuff like that. But what was the other thing which you said in that conversation that Andy desperately doesn't want us to know about?
No, that was it. I was like, oh yeah.
I genuinely...
No, it wasn't. You trying to get out of it, and you kicked him for that. What was it? What you said?
I genuinely have no idea.
Come on, it's the Christmas special.
No, it was that. I was like, oh yeah.
Did that shithouse criticise me and he didn't want you saying it to him?
No.
No.
No!
I don't know what else was said.
I will
apart from
find
that.
out. I will find out.
I didn't say anything.
I'm ready for this. Listeners,
You're fucking you're well off.
I've had this before with old James, who tried to form an axis of evil with Raoul, but it didn't
What's
work.
this?
Your axis of evil against me that you tried to form.
What are you talking about?
Never worked. Never worked.
What axis of evil?
I've heard of it all. Raoul's told me all about it, and now Andy's informed me.
I don't know what this is about.
You were the Axis powers. I was the Allies. I'm dicking you about anyway. But yes, so this is
Talking about Star Wars.
when the show's finished. I want you to tell me what this is really
I
about.
genuinely don't know.
In fact, did Andy reveal something? He didn't want anyone to know.
Well, that's why he was kicking me, unless it was a
No,
nervous twitch.
I was just talking about that. I was like, oh yeah.
It's like you didn't want me to say it, though.
I did.
Well, why did you kick me then?
So I was like...
Oh, shut up, Andy! As if no one's buying your bullshit at the moment.
I'm not buying it, but I can't think. Apart from that, I can't think what else.
Did he
there
tell you
was
something
that
about
we
himself?
talked about last night,
No,
eh?
that's it.
You've not got some kind of horrible urinary tract infection, have you?
No.
I was talking about him also having a very large penis and then dropping into the urinal when we went for a wee, and that was disgusting. And he managed to get one of those, those little blue or yellow cubes they have in there. He got lodged
stuck in his
pee
Jack's
hole.
Oh, I'll tell you what I saw last night. Did I tell you I saw that big fight?
Yeah, you did, very briefly.
God.
But you didn't say what happened. Where was it? Which floor was it on?
On that main dance floor. You know, there's like some steps going up to that podium bit.
Yeah.
Some guy started trying to have a fight with the bouncer, and
Really?
yeah, and then this huge bouncer ran in and literally picked the guy up and threw him off the top step, and he flew from that top step down onto the floor.
Jesus Christ.
And then they both wrapped him up and dragged him out, and then his mate came running behind him, and with that the huge bouncer just turned around, got his mate by the throat, and then threw his mate, and his mate just went flying across the floor into,
My God. That's insane, isn't it? That is insane.
But that big bouncer he just smashed everyone in.
Yeah.
Jesus.
A bit like shit house.
He was absolutely.
Yeah. No, I didn't. Well, you told me about it, yeah.
But yeah, that's what.
Oh, it's not nice, is it, when you see something like that?
I know.
Do you know what? It's-
that, I kind of thought, I want to go now. Yeah.
It is quite easy. No, I wouldn't say it's quite easy, but occasionally something will happen where... I was in there a few weeks ago, and I was just walking down the stairs,
Night
and
club chat.
some dick walked up to... Well, I was walking down the steps, and as I was walking up, he just put his hand on my chest and pushed me. He didn't do it hard, but he just pushed me out of the way to say, I'm going through. And I didn't have my glasses on. I sort of looked at him and thought, do I know who you are? And he stopped and went, what the fuck are you looking at like that? I thought, there's no need for that. There's
Did
no
you
need
say,
to
I
push
don't know,
someone out of
they
the way.
haven't started labelling shit yet? Ha ha, good sir, then you should have slapped him with a glove.
Gauntlet,
Outside, pistols.
Yeah. Anyway, you can cut this bit out.
Keeping that bit in. Right,
Yeah, sorry.
so the Sherlock Holmes, it's the basic storyline for this is a man's wife kills herself, and then she seemingly comes back from the dead and starts haunting London, thirsting for revenge. And Holmes and Watson go try and seek it out.
Yeah, it looks good.
It's going to be on the 1st of January. Sounds exciting, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does, yeah, it looks good.
And the trailer looks pretty cool as well.
Yep. Looking forward to seeing it. When is it on?
1st of January. So New Year's Day. So 2016, the year of Paul, begins.
Yeah, let's hope so.
Right, Christmas. Do you enjoy Christmas? In general?
I have done.
I have done in the past, the
Yeah.
distant past, not now.
Not feeling it this year, I'm afraid.
You know what, Christmas could be worse elsewhere. Do you enjoy Christmas, Andy?
No.
Listener, do you enjoy Christmas?
It's alright when I'm having a good year.
So, are you a bit tired?
Tired.
Good year. Oh, it doesn't matter. That's the
Oh,
worst
right.
joke. It's
James
good,
joke.
it's good. Thank you. Anyway, so what I want to show you is that things aren't quite so bad. Because there are other places that have shitter Christmases. Literally shitter Christmases.
Well,
Let me show you. I'm not on about somewhere that's it's a disaster.
Africa.
In Haiti, and I've picked out some particular standouts for me. Instead of having Santa Claus, they have Tom Tom Noel. And basically, what happens on their Christmas day is you take your shoes off, you fill them with straw, and you leave them outside your house in the hope that Tom Tom Noel will take the straw away and put presents in. That's not the weird bit. The next bit is that once they have checked their shoes for presents, I don't know how. Because I've only, unless you've got big feet, you get feck
Yeah,
all.
what are you going to get in there?
Well, luckily,
Apple, orange,
you'll
and
notice that
nuts.
I've got very wide feet, so I have to wear big man shoes.
Right. Are they special shoes you have to get from a special shop?
They're not pastry shoes. They're not like baked ones like Raoul has.
What one heel is higher than the other?
So the second part of their holiday is once they've checked their presents in their shoes, all the kids get given this alcohol drink and get wankered.
That's brilliant. Have you got any videos?
So this I've not got any videos of children that have been plied with alcohol. I'm not Michael Jackson. Jesus. Right, now that sounds strange enough, the fact that they would fill your shoes with straw and get your kids pissed. This next one, in Greenland, there's a delicacy called kivia. Now, an orcs, not O-R-K, A-U-K-S, is a bit like a puffin. It's a small bird, very similar to the puffin that you see in this country.
Yeah.
What they'll do is, in preparation for Christmas, they will get 500 of these puffin-style birds, and they will take them, feathers, beak, feet and all, and they will stuff them inside a dead seal, and then they'll stitch it up with these 500 in. They
That's
put a
disgusting.
great big rock on top of it, and then they leave it for 7 months. Then they come back to it when all these birds, I think they're dead when they put them in, when they've all rotted and fermented down,
Yeah.
and they eat
That's
the
disgusting.
rotten birds
No.
that have been 7 months inside the belly of a seal.
Why?
It's a delicacy. Imagine that on
Your
Christmas
dog's
dinner.
Trumps, I think.
That's what it smells like.
God.
He's adding extra flavour to the
Oh, God,
at
it's
Christmas.
so-
Jeez, it smells like the inside.
Is this what he's like all the time?
Only when he comes back
Not
from
all the
his
time.
mum and dad's.
Yeah, it's when he has
What's he been eating?
What do they feed him?
Sunday dinner. He's had a full
Gravy and
Sunday
some
dinner.
veggies.
He loves a bit of gravy, the dog does. Now, it seems that there's something about these orcs, these puffin type birds, that when they ferment down, they create this weird tasting dead bird thing. One year, they used ducks. They used these eider ducks. And it seems that eider ducks don't ferment as well as what puffins do.
Right.
And this was in 2013. And shitloads of people died from botulism.
That's a surprise.
But they don't normally. Normally there's something about puffins that means that if you keep them for 7 months inside a dead seal with a rock on it, tasty.
No, I suppose that there's a scientific experiment there waiting to be had then, isn't there?
Now,
What is the difference?
between a puffin and a duck,
What is it that they are eating? Maybe it's got something to do with their diet.
might be enzymes inside them, who knows. Now, you've got a lot of connections with Spain, haven't you?
I have.
These next two, these are the best bits of a shitty Christmas.
I probably know these, don't I?
So, normally in Britain, when we have Christmas, you go to the town centre, you'll see like a nativity scene. In Spain, they have a thing and this is part of the nativity scene. So you have the baby,
Yeah.
and you have the little baby in the manger. You have Joseph and Mary and the 3 wise men.
Yeah.
They have a thing called the cagana,
Yeah.
and basically this is from Catalonia.
Actually, it would be caganad.
It's a little man shitting in the corner.
I've never seen that in the south of Spain. It's certainly not an Andalusian thing. It must be Catalonia.
It's Catalonian, yeah.
Yeah.
Apparently, he is the most popular
Well,
part of the.
it's funny you should say that because it's either Catalonia or it's in the Basque country, which is just above there. They have a Yule log.
Leave that thought, because that is my last one I'm
Okay.
coming on to.
All right,
In fact, you know Spanish, don't you?
I do.
Are you quite tuneful?
Quite.
I'm going to get you to sing me a song in a minute. It's in
Okay.
Spanish, though.
If I know it.
In Spanish. I've got the words up. It's a Christmas song for the Christmas podcast.
Is it? En el pote de Belén que estrella sol y luna, el virgen y San José y la cuna que está, no, en el bebé que está en la cuna. Ande, 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 la mole morena, ande, 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 que esta noche buena.
Is it Andy kissed a nice looking girl?
Yeah, he did.
Is that what it actually said?
No.
Oh, what a shame.
Is that
this,
one?
This character, and I've got a picture on the screen, and you won't want to see it at home, is of a little man, looks like a garden gnome, squatting with his trousers down, shitting, and if you look at the back of it, there's a large poo that he's piped out.
It's quite orange on your TV screen.
Yeah.
It looks like a tangerine.
I mean, maybe he's been eating something, like
Well,
porridge
that's
or
true.
something.
That always happens when I have a chicken korma, actually.
Now, there's lots of different reasons, explanations for this.
Why did you video chat me you on the bog today?
I didn't.
Oh, it's all
You
coming
rang me
out.
up.
No, you rang me.
Well, I thought you'd rang me up.
You are so gay for each other. It's unbelievable. What was it like? Bruh, 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 yeah. Oh, and Just having a shit. How are you?
I thought you rang me.
Did he have that kind of halfway through a curl kind of smile on his face?
I showed up at his house.
Boss-eyedness.
He went, yeah, come round, and then I got there and he was like, I'm just on the bog now. I'll be down in a what? Aisle.
Was he screaming, "Get out of my body, the power of Christ compels you," and throwing holy water at himself?
The power of Christ compels you.
Get out of me!
Yeah,
So the explanations, how do you pronounce it again, the name? The Kaganer?
Kaganar.
The Kaganer, apparently there's lots of different explanations. One explanation is that it represents kind of fertility, the fact that the belief that we shit stuff out and it promises growth the next year. Another argument is that it's gone in there as almost like, because it's quite a Catholic country, it's almost like a kind of satirical taking the piss, like we're going to be all ultra religious, but we're going to have a guy taking a shit in the corner of it.
Yeah.
Now the next one I
like the
want to
symbolism
that you hinted at was how do you pronounce Tio de Nadal?
Tio de Nadal, yeah.
So this is the Christmas poo log, and as you said already, in parts of Spain, this is from Aragon and all that area in Catalan homes. So from the Feast of the Immaculate Conception, which is December the 8th, children they get a log, they draw a face on it, and they will give it some of the food, they wrap it in a blanket, and they keep it warm, don't they? Because the idea is that if you look after this Yule log, that on Christmas Day, if you've looked after it, that it will shit presents. That is the belief
behind
behind
these ideas come
The
from.
log will shit presents.
The log shits presents. And what happens is, to make it actually shit presents, on Christmas Day, they will sing a shitting song at it, which I'm going to bring up in a minute, and Paul's going to sing to us. And then they will pray. And while they're praying, the blanket which is placed over this poo log, the parents will sneakily put the presents under it. So the children do believe that rather than Santa Claus bringing the present, a log has shit them out.
That's disgusting.
So do you want to see the song which is encouraging the log to poo?
Go on, let's hear it.
I've actually got the English translation.
I'm not sure if I've heard it before.
So there's more than one version, but this is one version chosen. So if you want to sing the Spanish one, then I will talk through what it means. So at the top.
Well, I don't know the song to it, but it says "cago tío," which means shit uncle. Oh well, you've actually got it down there, haven't you?
Shit log.
Tío is actually
well, Tia Maria, which is auntie, isn't it? So Tío.
Tío is uncle, yeah.
Shit
Caga
uncle.
tío, cago todo. Avalanes y mató. This might be Catalonian.
Yeah, I think it probably is.
This is Catalonian. This is not in Spanish. Si no cagas, if you don't shit. I don't know. It doesn't mean anything. Daré un cop de basto. Yeah, this is in Catalonian. Cago tío, but that means shit uncle. Yeah.
So what the words mean? So this is a song that you would sing if you were a little Catalonian kid. Would be shit log, shit nuggets, hazelnuts and cheese. If you don't shit well, I'll hit you with a stick. Shit log. Imagine standing around with all your kids singing the shit log song. Now you were married to a Spanish lady.
I was.
Have you ever stood around with your kids singing the shit log song?
No, I haven't. I've got to say, I mean, it is that all the different regions have got their own very distinct cultural identities. So that's very, very much something which would happen in the north. When I went through Spain, I travelled through Spain, and I'd always had the impression that you think Spain, you think bullfighting, you think flamenco, and all the rest
Shitting
of it.
logs.
You don't think shitlogs. You never think shitlogs. But that's all sort of Andalusian in the south. Every region's got its own kind of thing, and they're very distinctly different. When I was in the north of Spain, the people were as completely different as, almost as different from us going from France to Germany. The language is different. They act differently.
Can you imagine how they came up with that idea? Can you imagine how someone came up with that idea that it's almost Christmas time? Yeah. Well, basically, a log shits presents. Yeah. You've got to sing it.
And children have got to sing it.
Yes, the children singing the log. There's an alternative version of song which includes instructions for the log not to shit herrings because they're particularly salty. So it's got all the words for that. Please don't shit herrings, they're too salty. Shit hazelnuts and cheese.
Yep. Does it have any reference to eating them once they do that?
What, eating the shit?
And the
well, they will do. Apparently, the shit log is not expected to bring big presents. If you wanted a bike, a shit log cannot shit a bike. That would be brought to you by the three wise men.
That's
in
right.
their version, the Three Wise Men bring it instead of Santa Claus.
Which is the 6th of August. Sorry, 6th of January when they bring the presents. They don't bring them on the 25th.
So the shit log, would that be on Christmas or would that be on
because
the 20th?
because of Catholic belief, they get the wise men come on the 6th of August because obviously in their if you read religious scripture, it's actually believed that the wise men came at that date, whereas we celebrate the birth of Christ on the 25th of December. They celebrate the arrival of the wise men coming, don't they? Which obviously took a few days after. It took 2 weeks for them to turn up, didn't they? Because they're on bloody candles. You had to get their frankincense and myrrh from places.
Frankenstein and Gur.
Yeah.
So
that's when they celebrate, 6th of January.
And that would be when they'd sing at the shitting log.
Yeah. And in all the streets in Spain, you get big processions, big sorts of fetes going down the road with wise men chucking sweets down at people. People go out with umbrellas and pick up sweets for them.
I'd be a bit pissed off if I was the shitting log, because sweets is clearly the shitting log's area of expertise.
You would think so, wouldn't you?
I'd expect the wise men to be driving on the street throwing stuff like, PlayStations at people.
Yeah, you might have a few injuries though if you did that.
I know, but it'd be cool, wouldn't it? So that's my number one weird Christmas tradition, which I thought I'd bring up, the shitting log of Spain, or the Catalonian shitting log. What a great way to spend Christmas. Right, the next thing we'll talk about is the convention of the week. But before I get on to that, now, obviously, all of the info on my show is completely original. I don't steal it from websites. But one of the websites that I don't steal from every time we do one is called comicconventions.co.uk. And if you go there, you can actually vote for your UK con of the year. They give no prizes out or anything. They just want to see which is the most popular because it's interesting. So if you've been to any UK cons and you want to go to comicconvention.co.uk, you can vote on your favourite con. Right. Which leads me on to the first con of next year, which is called oktruebelievers.com. So that's the YouTube address. So oktruebelievers.com. It's going to be on the 6th of February at Cheltenham Racecourse, and there's going to be some absolutely corking people there. Let me talk you through them, shall I? Because I know you're intrigued by them, Jamesy.
Yes,
Are you intrigued?
Yes.
So the guest list is all about comics and stuff like that. So if you're a fan of the artwork and stuff, people like Paul Cornell will be there, who works in Marvel. We've got Tim Quinn, used to work on stuff like the Dandies, Sparky, Topper, Buster, Whoopee. You've also got people like, where's her name, Paul Duffield, who we've met, me and Lise have. She probably won't remember it, but he's a very good artist. He worked with Warren Ellis on Freak Angels, which was our comic of the week. And you've got a bunch of other interesting people like Andy Diggle, who will be there, and Rachel Smith, who's a cool British artist, and lots more. I won't go into them all. And there's going to be loads of different British creators there. So if you want a proper British comic book con, start of next year, February the 6th, Cheltenham Racecourse, True Believers Comic Festival, and that's oktruebelievers.com. It looks like it's going to be awesome. I've heard things about it before that it's really good. So that's might try and go there. Which brings me on to there's two last things we've got to do for this show. First of all, what are my guest panellists looking forward to next year? So, films, TV shows, whatever. Start with you, Andy.
Well, what aren't I looking forward to? All right.
Too much of that.
Probably. I'm trying to remember. Independence Day.
Really?
Yeah, I loved it in the 90s. It'll probably be shit. But
I'll probably go and watch it. I'm not particularly looking forward to it. Anyway, so Independence Day. Anything else?
Bourne 5.
Do you like the Bourne films?
I love the Bourne films. Yeah.
Do you know what I like about the Bourne films? It's just I can't. What's that piece of music that they always play at the end of them?
Oh right, yeah.
I love that song.
Can't.
Did it make you want to jump from one building to another one through a window?
Yeah. Because is Matt Damon back in it?
Yes, he is.
Because he
back in it.
wasn't.
Jeremy Renner took over for one of them. Well, they weren't the same character. They played different characters.
Yeah, he played a different. Another one of those sort of, super soldiers.
I don't know if they're going to have Jeremy Renner in this one as well. That'd be quite cool if they did.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'd be very interesting. So, what about you, Paul? What are you looking forward to?
Tale of Tales for me.
Because it's
really
foreign.
Good. It just looks really cool. I like movies with a bit of
weird.
Something original, something unique. Yeah, it looks. You say it looks weird. I say it looks unique and different, and I am looking forward to it.
Very film noir.
Yeah, definitely. It's got
it
an edge
doesn't look film noir at all.
No, it looks like magic. It looks like magic realism to me.
Yes, it does.
That's what I'd say.
Yeah. Postmodernism. Yeah.
In your face, in your face.
Yeah, you see the fucking
Whatever that is.
Yeah, and you work for Lidl, don't you?
there's people who can find me.
Yeah, well, stop f***ing saying what we do then, you
Oh, sorry if you didn't understand.
You have to bleep that out, yeah.
Sorry.
I try and keep real life separate from this fantasy world that we currently exist in. Just because, all it needs is someone to hear it, and then if you've said where you work, ladies and gents at home, and then they can say, oh, you're mentioning where you work, and make them look like dicks.
Alright, can you delete mine out, please?
No, no. I'm calling the show, this is episode 36. Andrew Cook works and he lives at no, he work for that's
why are you saying that? You know, I can say I wanted to.
Where's Rob? Where's Rob?
Scotland.
We also say, where's Rob tonight when you need him? That's Rob.
Can we not
Actually,
finish the
Liz.
year off with you outing everyone?
Sorry.
You started
I
it.
didn't mean to out.
Are you going to out Jamesy now? Well,
No.
his dress sense gave it away a long time ago, did it?
He stayed around Martin's on the...
Oh, you bitch.
Oh, give over. So, Taylor tells anything else you're looking forward to?
Star Trek movie. Want to watch that?
Yeah.
What are you...
Andy, what are you doing? The people at home can't see how weird you're being at the moment.
Just...
You're leaning towards him. You're opening and
How
closing
weird
your
I've been?
legs.
He's just grabbed his bollocks again.
With a pencil-like movement like that.
Can you all leave your balls alone? At least till the end of the
Teenage
show.
boys, aren't
I
they?
touched mine.
Yeah, well, we're reliving our youth.
But Paul touched them. Anything else you're looking forward to? It's Tales, which we spoke about on the show before. Like a fairy tale movie.
I
Salma
quite
Hayek's in
like
it.
the idea of watching that Marvel movie, although you said it doesn't look like it's going to be particularly good.
Which
The
Marvel one?
The Marvel movie. It was the one with the something squad.
Suicide Squad.
Suicide Squad, yeah.
That's DC.
Sorry, DC. That's really good.
I want it to be good. I've got to think. I just suppose Will Smith. There's something about Will Smith. I think it's not Will Smith's fault. It's his fucking children's fault.
I
They
think it's
took
the
all the
movies he's
cool
been in.
stuff away from Will Smith.
Well, I think it's all the things he's been in because he hasn't always been in cool movies, has he?
No, I like a lot of the films he's in, and he always he's a good actor. It's just fucking Jaden Smith.
Yeah.
It's such a dick. And Willow Smith. What a dick. And everything they do makes me dislike Will Smith a little bit. And it's not his fault. And the fact
Why?
he's a Scientologist as well.
Is he?
Apparently,
I
yeah.
never knew that.
Yeah, just how can anyone be fooled by Scientology?
I don't know. Go and ask Tom Cruise, see what he thinks about it as well. He's
I
one,
just
isn't
think.
he?
Well, I know why he doesn't dick on him because they've got obviously they audited him or whatever and had him admitting to being a great big. Andy said it, not me. There we go.
Well, that's not what we hear if we listen to one of our colleagues who works at a certain institution who has a sister that works out in Hollywood. That's not what she told us, is it?
What's she heard about Tom Cruise?
Auntie Carol? You ask Auntie Carol about what she knows about Tom Cruise.
Is
and,
he?
and what the rumours are going around in Hollywood or what.
He's not a bit of a
I'll
Rolf
tell you
Harris,
if you
is
dub
he?
it out.
I'll do a bit out, yeah.
Well, he likes some doesn't he? Whenever he's doing a movie, he gets them shipped out in an airplane.
Oh, but John Travolta, he likes doesn't he?
Yeah, so you ask Auntie Carol what she knows about Tom Cruise.
Oh, did she mention that to me?
She did.
We're all getting sued.
Yeah, damn. Now, I'm going to bleep that bit, but I'll leave in all the other words around it because then the listeners can try and guess what we just said. That's what he likes.
That's
So when we say something like, oh, I'm a bit hungry, I could fancy a it means something completely different to him. Fancy a bit of tonight?
That's right. What do you fancy some meat? You know what I mean?
The dirty bugger.
Yeah.
Right, so I'm looking forward to Rogue One, which is a new Star Wars
Yeah.
film that's going to come out, because the Star Wars is so fucking good at the moment. I can't wait for the next one, yeah.
Oh.
That's what the next one's going to be called, Rogue One.
Yeah, it's an anthology film. It's not following on from the film we've just seen. It's set in between the end of the last film, the end of Return of the Jedi, and the new one. So they're going to do one of the big films continuing the main storyline, then little films in between.
Yeah.
So they fill the gap in the next one.
Yeah, a bit of it. Yeah, they're going to tell more stories, because if you watch stuff like the Clone Wars and Rebels, there's so many stories they can tell.
Just can't fit it all in.
Yeah, so it should be quite exciting. Which leads us on to Ultimo Geek, the last Ultimo Geek of the year. I do believe you are you're ahead, aren't you?
Well, he's bound to be. I've not been here for ages.
How's about then? If For each point you get for this adds towards your total overall for the year. So, Andy, how many points are you ahead of Paul? It's something like 3 points ahead of Paul, I think. So if Paul beats you by 4 or more, he wins the year. Do you want to risk that on a chocolate biscuit?
No, not really. Well, what's in it for me?
I won't throw an orange at your balls.
But I will.
Yeah. Right, are you ready to play then? Now, this quiz wasn't written by me. It was submitted by a long-time fan of the show, Mrs. My mum. And it's
Is it really?
Yeah, my mum submitted this. She nicked it from a newspaper.
Oh, right.
So I don't know if technically it's all copyrighted, but we'll see. So there's 14 questions. It's all based on Star Wars, seeing as The Force Awakens came out. Question number 1.
Do you need me to keep score?
I do need you to keep score, Lisa. You know when I said this before the show started, I need you to keep score? That was me telling you needed to keep score.
That was before you knew nobody was.
But this is going to be a close one. I can feel it. Paul likes Star Wars. Andy likes nothing.
I like all sorts.
What, the sweets?
Sorry?
Like Bertie Bassett?
No, I don't really like them.
You're a bit Bertie Bassett, aren't you?
I like the fruit.
What does that mean?
I don't know, but I like
So,
it.
mate.
He's a little bit Bertie Bassett, isn't he? He likes all sorts. Right. Question number 1. How much has the Star Wars franchise generated since 1977, not including The Force Awakens? Is it 1. More money than any other film franchise in the history of cinema? 2. 24 billion? 3. 16 billion? Or 4. 37 billion? So it's either 1. More money than any other franchise in the history of cinema. 2. 24 billion? 3. 16 billion? 4. 37 billion?
Alright, okay.
I've got your answer. And you've both gone for the same one. You both went for more money than any other. It's actually 37 billion.
Oh. Who? What?
So no one gets a point for that one. 37 billion, that's how much the franchise has made.
Okay.
Question 2. How did George Lucas come up with the name R2-D2? Was it 1. From a film editing abbreviation, Reel 2 Dialogue 2? 2. From the number plate of his vintage car, a vintage Tucker 48? Number 3. Part of an Enigma code? Or number 4. From his father's military serial number in the US Army? So, was it 1. Is it a film editing abbreviation, Reel 2 Dialogue 2? 2. Number of plate with his favourite vintage car? 3. An Enigma code? Or 4. His father's military serial number? And you're going with... Okay, you got your answer. What are you going with?
Can't be 4.
You went for 4.
No,
you went
I went for
3. Part of an Enigma code. And you went for 2, which is the number plate's favourite car. And the answer is A. It means Reel 2 Dialogue 2. Question number... No one's got any points yet.
Okay.
Quite easy so far. 3. With which well-known actress playing Sabe, a handmaiden, would Queen Amidala swap places on a public outing on as a security measure? So this was from The Phantom Menace. So with which well-known actress played Sabe, which she was the handmaiden of Queen Amidala?
She was like the double.
Yeah. Was it 1. Natalie Portman, 2. Sophia Coppola, 3. Keira Knightley, 4. Jennifer Lawrence? So who played Queen Amidala's body double? Was it 1. Natalie Portman, 2. Sophia Coppola, 3. Keira Knightley, 4. Jennifer Lawrence? Right, I've got your answer. So Natalie Portman, Sophia Coppola, Keira Knightley, or Jennifer Lawrence, and the answer is that Keira Knightley. 1 point to Andy. Well done. Right. Which of these following statements is false? 1. Yoda's face takes inspiration in part from Albert Einstein's. 2. Han Solo was a big green alien in the original rough draft of Star Wars. C. Or 3 even. Arnold Schwarzenegger auditioned as Darth Vader. Or 4. Chewbacca as a co-pilot was inspired by Lucas's dog Indiana, who used to sit in the passenger seat of his car. So which of these is false?
God.
1. Yoda's face inspired by Einstein. 2. Han Solo was originally going to be a green alien. 3. Arnold Schwarzenegger auditioned for Darth Vader. Or 4. Chewbacca was inspired by Lucas's dog Indiana. Which one? So I've got your answer. And the answer is that Arnold Schwarzenegger auditioned as Darth Vader.
Got
1 point to... Says 1-1, neck and neck. What insult did Princess Leia hurl at Chewbacca? Did she call him 1. A fake fur throw, 2. A furry lout, 3. A walking carpet, or 4. A bad hair day? So 1. Fake fur throw, 2. Furry lout, 3. Walking carpet, 4. Bad hair day. And the answer is a walking carpet, 3. Well done. 2 point. Well, 1 point each.
Oh, okay.
It's level pegging.
Did they just get that one right?
Yes, he got that one right. Both of them did. 2 points all if you're keeping track at home.
Damn you.
6. Which actor was nominated for an Oscar for the Star Wars movies? The only one. Was it 1. Peter Cushing, 2. Carrie Fisher, 3. Ewan McGregor, or 4. Alec Guinness? So which of those? So Peter Cushing, Carrie Fisher, Ewan McGregor, Alec Guinness. Which one of those?
Say again, sorry.
Which one of these actors was nominated for an Oscar for their part in a Star Wars film? Peter Cushing, Carrie Fisher, Ewan McGregor, or Alec Guinness? Which of those?
Have they all been in a Star
Could you just say, what order are they again? Say it one more time.
1. Peter Cushing,
Yeah.
2. Carrie Fisher,
Alright.
3. Ewan McGregor,
Alright.
or 4. Alec Guinness?
Alright, okay.
So I've got your answer, and I've got Andy's answer, and Andy's correct. It was Alec Guinness.
Alec Guinness was actually
Nominated for an Oscar, yeah.
Oh, that's interesting, because I thought the movie didn't do very well when it was released. So that's interesting. They actually nominated, did they? Oh, okay.
7. What did Princess Leia say when Luke Skywalker came to rescue her? You're late. 2. Aren't you a little bit short for a stormtrooper? 3. Aren't you a little bit young for a Jedi? Or 4. Who the hell are you? So 1. You're late. 2. Aren't you a little bit short for a stormtrooper? 3. Aren't you a little young for a Jedi? 4. Who the hell are you? And you're both correct. It was, aren't you a little bit short for a stormtrooper?
You like Star Wars, are you?
Well, I've watched it, yeah.
Which actor was inside R2-D2?
Inside?
The dirty monkey. Was it 1. Peter Mayhew, 2. Kenny Baker, 3. Warwick Davis, or 4. There wasn't an actor inside R2-D2? Silly.
If anything, it'd be Warwick Davis.
Why? You just ruined it. Oh,
Right, the question was, so who was inside R2-D2? Peter Mayhew, Kenny Baker, Warwick Davis, or there wasn't an actor? And you're both wrong. It was Kenny Baker, number 2.
Oh.
Warwick Davis played Wicket in Return of the Jedi. So it's both still level, aren't they?
Andy's winning.
And Andy's winning. Don't worry, there's a lot more to play for. What wish did George Lucas grant Samuel L. Jackson to entice him into the Star Wars family? Was it A, he allowed Lucas employed Jackson's son as a runner on the movie? 2, Lucas let Jackson have his own action figure? 3, Lucas promised Jackson he could keep his costume and lightsaber? Or 4, he let Samuel L. Jackson have a purple lightsaber? So 1, employed his son. 2, gave him his own action figure. 3, let him keep the costume. 4, gave him his own purple lightsaber. Which one? And the answer is 4, he gave Jackson a purple lightsaber. I bet there's people at home screaming now.
Nobody get that right?
No one got it right. Question 10, still all to play for. What were Darth Vader's final words in The Return of the Jedi? A, you were right about me. Tell your sister you were right. B, I'm sorry. May the Force be with you. Sorry, that's 2 separate ones. It was 1, you're right about me. Tell your sister you were right. 2, I'm sorry. 3, may the Force be with you. 4, thank God this shit's over. So which one of those was it? Was it?
This what? Final words?
Final words in Return of the Jedi.
Right.
Yeah.
What were they? Were they, you were right about me. You were right about me. Tell your sister you were right. 2, I am sorry. 3, may the Force be with you. Or 4, get off my bollocks. Which of those? Which one? And Andy's right. It's you were right about me. Tell your sister. He moves 2 ahead. Look how smug he looks now as well. Don't worry. It's 14 questions. It's Christmas. We're giving you a little bit extra. Which Star Wars actor worked with George Lucas on the film American Graffiti? 1. Liam Neeson. 2. Harrison Ford. 3. Ewan McGregor. 4. Mark Hamill. So, which of these worked with George Lucas on American Graffiti? Liam Neeson, Harrison Ford, Ewan McGregor, Mark Hamill. Let's have your answers. And it was Harrison Ford. Point to Paul. Oh, yeah.
Pick your best self.
What George Lucas demand did Mel Brooks agree to when making Spaceballs? Was it he agreed to not make any Spaceballs toys? 2. He agreed to let George Lucas cameo in the film. 3. He agreed to edit out a subplot where Princess Vespa has an incestuous affair with her brother. Or 4. He demanded 2.5% of any profits from the film. So what did George Lucas make Mel Brooks agree to? Number 1, not to sell any toys. Number 2, let George Lucas appear in the film. 3, edit out a subplot with incestuous stuff going on between the princess and her brother. Or 3, 2.5% of the profits.
No idea.
So let's see. What are you guys going for? Paul's right again. He agreed not to make any Spaceballs toys.
Oh,
it's level pegging. 2 more questions left.
Dun, dun, dun.
Whose DNA was used in the creation of the clone army? 1. Yoda. 2. Boba Fett. 3. Luke Skywalker. 4. Jango Fett. So, whose DNA was used to create the clone army in Attack of the Clones? 1. Yoda. 2. Boba Fett. 3. Luke Skywalker. 4. Jango Fett. What's your answer? And Andy gets it right. It's Jango Fett.
Oh!
This is the last question.
No.
Come on, Andy.
Oh, thanks.
Oh,
Come on, Paul.
come on, Paul. It's not the kind of show.
Nice, though, wouldn't it?
Funny.
It's a white Christmas all round. 3 members of which band appeared as cameos in Attack of the Clones? Was it
God.
1. NSYNC, 2. Backshaft Boys, 3. 98 Degrees, 4. Milli Vanilli. So 1. NSYNC, 2. Backstreet Boys, 3.
don't
98
know.
Degrees, or 4. Milli
No
Vanilli.
idea.
They sing their own songs, you know. So which one of those? NSYNC, Backstreet Boys, 98 Degrees, Milli Vanilli. And who are you going for? And it's all level. Paul gets it right. It's NSYNC.
You didn't even
We
need
need
me
another
to
question.
score. You need a tie-break question.
We need a
Oh, and then-
great question.
Tie-break question. Which of the following actors... let me think of the question. Which one of these following actors have never played Darth Vader? Is it
Never
1.
played Darth
never
Vader.
played Darth Vader?
I've never played Darth Vader.
Yeah. Which of these have never played him? In any, even you know,
So-
just
right.
stepping into the armour, doing the sound effects. Which of these has never played him? Answer 1. James Earl Jones. 2. Dave Prowse. 3. Peter Mayhew. 4. Sebastian Shaw. Which of those never played Darth Vader? So, 1. James Earl Jones. 2. David Prowse. 3. Peter Mayhew. 4. Sebastian Shaw.
Never
Which
played
of
him.
those never played him? What are you going for, Andy? And the answer was Peter Mayhew. Paul wins!
Same.
Yeah.
Sebastian Shaw
Loser.
appeared as the face
Thank
of Darth Vader in the final Star Wars
There
when he
you
took
go.
his mask
I feel
off.
special now.
I was watching a
feels
YouTube
special.
video the other day about this woman who kicked off about Star Wars. She was talking about the new films having more females in it and a black main character
Yeah.
who's not a double crosser like Lando Calrissian. And she says, "Don't even get me on Star Wars." He says, "And what's your problem with that?" And she goes, "Darth Vader, a guy who walks around like a black guy, is the baddest man in the universe. And as soon as he turns good, you take his face off and he's a white man." So he does all these terrible things. I thought, I don't think it's intended that way.
Yeah, well.
Because he's still a white man, just wearing a black suit.
Yeah, well, I don't think that.
Just
I think,
binary opposites, black and white.
well, yeah, I think
What would you call that?
the symbolism was always, some of the symbolism in Star Wars was always sort of based on neo-Nazis from the Second World War, wasn't it? It was all
And
based
westerns,
on that.
it's basically a space western. And what are the earliest westerns? Black hat versus white hat. Nothing to do
Yeah.
with skin colour.
That's true.
They're sons of a bitches.
That's right.
Luke Skywalker dressed in white, Darth Vader in black.
Very
Anyway,
true.
that's the end of our Christmas special. So it's been great, guys.
It's been real.
It's been a hoot.
It has.
I was going to get Lisa to offer you some chocolate cake.
No, I'm okay, thank you.
Yeah, I'm fine, thanks.
Yeah, I'm trying to stay off the sweet stuff.
Screw you all.
Well, it's very kind.
It's a little bit
I'm just
too
not very-
sweet, to be honest.
That's why you're giving it away, isn't it?
I've used all the calories for today. I think I might put it into my thingy. But the problem was this: do you know when you're a kid and you get you get a cake and you eat your little fairy cake one and you get the little cream on top and you think, if I was a grown up and I made a cake, I'd have more creamy goodness on top than actual sponge cake, because that's the best bit.
Mm.
But when you get older, though, if you actually do that, so I made this chocolate cake and I put chocolate in it, put chocolate frosting on top, then I put it in the fridge and thought I'll put more chocolate frosting on.
Yeah, it's a
So
killer,
the actual
isn't it?
chocolate frosting's thicker than the sponge. Too much chocolate frosting just shows
I
you.
find
Mum knows best.
when you eat that amount as well, that frosting, that it's very sort of horrible to sweet in the back of your throat, isn't it? It becomes too difficult to eat.
Yeah.
I just don't eat very many sweet things. I'm more savoury.
That's why you're such a sour and bitter man, probably.
That's what it is. I'm not sweet enough.
Yeah.
Well,
And on that note, anyway, so it's goodbye from me and see you all next year. I'm thinking of changing Empire Geek.
To what?
I'm thinking, still doing a podcast, but actually doing it as more of a filming bits of it and having it as a YouTube thing. Maybe masks on or whatever. Don't have masks on, whatever. And record it in lots of little bits rather than one big show. I'd record it over a week or whatever and put it together so like you
You've got enough on your plate.
yeah, but it wouldn't be so reliant on everyone having to be in the same place. But I might not do that
So it might not happen
now.
Okay.
Now that my girlfriend's put her foot down. Yeah. So anyway, so Merry Christmas and Happy New Year from me, Steve, Paul,
Bye bye.
Andy.
Merry Christmas. God bless.
I hope it's a good one for you.
God bless us, everyone.
That was ghastly.